Good morning, guys. Welcome to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. How are we doing today? This morning we're going to be doing a reading for all you Tiger people and all the people born in the year of the Tiger. So if you're born in the year of the Tiger, then this is for you. We're going to shuffle these up. We're going to take 3 cards. We're going to see how your week has been. As it is a Tuesday, we will be doing the rabbit reading again today. So if you know any tigers, if you know any rabbits, point them in the direction of this channel because they could need to hear this. Let's have a little look and see what we've got for you tigers today. We're just going to shuffle these up. There we are. Oh, you have to bear in mind that I do shuffle these with my eyes closed, so I can't be held accountable for how clumsy it looks. Though I do feel I'm getting better after the last 2 months of doing this. Let's stop there. We'll go 1 from the bottom. We'll go 1 from the middle, 1 from the top. What have we got? We've got a white, black, white. Okay, so that's quite good. That's not bad. But then again, as I've always said, white isn't always all right and black isn't always an attack. We have it where it kind of alternates sometimes and you get a different perspective. But there's that rat card coming in there. Yeah, you're doing things that are quite easy for you, quite natural for you. You're in your comfort zone, I think. Getting things done, doing things that you know you're good at, doing things that are kind of in your more area of expertise. Yeah, I think right now you've had to do quite a lot of this because you're capable, if that makes sense. You're the guy for the job. You're the gal for the job. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here, is that you are the tiger that was needed to come in and do a particular job at a particular time for a particular reason, maybe for a particular person, because it was only you that could do that. Yeah. You're feeling quite good about yourself as well. You're in the right company. I think you feel appreciated. You feel like people are respecting you. You feel like, yeah, you're around the people that have the same sort of similar goals or mindset as you, which is giving you this kind of moderate relationship with them, which has made it a lot easier for you to try harder, do more, be more kind of hands-on with it. Whereas with other people, potentially, you wouldn't be so bothered with. You wouldn't worry too much about. I think there's some sort of complications, or there is a complication or something on the back burner that you do need to acknowledge. And I think that you need to, kind of, you need to consider this. You need to look at this. Don't let it boil over, I think is the thing that I'm seeing here, is that there is something on the back burner that you've gone, do you know what? Life's good at the moment. I don't really need to worry about that. That's something that is for future me to worry about. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I wouldn't necessarily have that mindset. I think you kind of need to be a little bit more, let's prepare for that more than let's ignore it. Less ignorance, more preparation, I think is the key there. There's your black tiger card coming in here to remind you who you are. To remind you that, yes, you have been very helpful. Yes, you have been there to be the hero of the hour and save the day. But at what cost is this having on you? What cost is it having where you could be neglecting something, because I say on a back burner, or something that's in the back of your mind, or something that you don't necessarily want to think about right now, but you should be. Maybe you're kind of more finding distraction from that thing rather than dealing with it. And I'm not trying to take away your wins. I'm not saying that it isn't something that, you know, the things you've achieved aren't something that are good or, you know, productive or in any way, you know, bad. I just think that if you keep finding all these little jobs to do and keep finding more people to help and keep finding things that, you know, distract you, you're not concentrating on that thing that you should probably be concentrating on. Yeah, I think you're going to be all right though. You're going to get along fine in this situation because you're well adapted for it. That tiger's coming in there as a tiger card, which is basically you tapping into your emotional side. It's you looking deeper into yourself. It's you reevaluating and assessing the situation and your position here. I think you're ignoring this problem, you're ignoring this thing because you don't feel like it's not worth it, or it's beneath you, or something like this. But a small flame can soon turn into a huge fire. So just bear that in mind. It might be better to extinguish that little flame before it gets out of hand. I don't know what that is, because I think you've got reservations on it. So you don't talk about it, you don't open up to it, and I don't really know what that could involve. But I think you get very easily annoyed when it gets brought up. You can get very petty with it, sulky, and you just want to change the subject. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about this. You don't want to acknowledge it. You are ignoring something, and you can't do that. That's where animosities are going to start to grow, resentfulment. You know, you're just going to start feeling. You're just going to start feeling like an arsehole, and you don't want to be an arsehole. So maybe acknowledge that. You don't want to get mad. You don't want to be living in this world of frustration. It doesn't mean you have to, you know, stop doing what you're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to put yourself in a position where you're miserable. But just consider it. Just be considerate. More preparation for what could potentially happen in the future if you don't acknowledge this issue that you've got. Things to think about. There's that ox card coming in there. That's the nice slow thinker for you. Not incredibly incompatible, but I do think that if you're not going to start seeing eye to eye with yourself here, or eye to eye with the person in question that is on the back burner, or the something that is on the back burner, there is going to be a big sort of intense conflict, rivalry. Arguments are going to come from this, and you're not going to back down. You're not going to back down because you don't take defeat well, and you hate to accept second place. And I guess that's why you don't want to acknowledge this thing on the back burner, because if you do and you fail, or you're wrong, or something goes tits up, that's going to make you look bad. And it's a matter of pride and ego. Come on, tiger people. Is this really what it's come down to? You don't want to acknowledge a problem or an issue, or you don't want to face something because you don't want to be called wrong, or you don't want to fail. Ah, come on, you're better than that. You know that. You're better than that. You need to put that pride and ego to one side. Yeah. Lots of conflict and misunderstanding if you don't. Strong temper. Yeah. You're going to clash with people as well, especially those that are incompatible with you. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who's incompatible with you, and they're just not hearing you. They just don't understand you. They don't comprehend what you're saying. They twist what you say because they have their own opinion or perspective. It's completely different to yours. They've got a different way of doing things, which is different to yours. They're telling you you're wrong. You know that you're right. You don't know if you're right, so you don't want to be wrong. And if they say that you're wrong, it means you could be wrong. So why prove to them that you are wrong when you could just leave it on the back burner, not pick it up, and never be wrong? But the thing with that is then you'll never be right. There's still a chance. There's still a chance that you could be right, and you could overcome this, and you could win, and you could come in first place. And all the haters and all the people that have their doubts and all the people that wanted you to fail will have to shut their faces relatively quickly, because you've done it. Right now, you're holding yourself back. You're your own worst enemy. And I'm not saying you need to rush into anything. It's just you do need to think about these things. That ox is part of that whole thinking triangle. So you do need to think and reflect and have more thought for what you're going to be doing, especially in the near future. And we'll find out, won't we? Next week when we come back, and we'll do another reading for you tiger people. We'll be back on Tuesdays for tigers as well as the rabbits. We have the rabbit reading later on this afternoon. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a comment, give us a like. I will see you then. If not, I'll see you next week when we come back, and we'll do you another tiger reading next Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.